What's going on, guys? I'm going to show you the New Zealand glitch where you can take a flight to New Zealand and play FC26 early before it even comes out, before the Ultimate Edition. Just before I do that, quickly, I want to say I am streaming tomorrow, so go follow me on Twitch. I rarely stream, seasonal streamer, they can call me. But make sure you turn your notifications on tomorrow, UK time, maybe around midday. That's all I can say. I can't say anything else. So make sure notifications on, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Let's get straight into the video. I'm going to show you how you can play FC26 before the game even comes out on PlayStation, on Xbox, on PC. I have to explain to you first. So there's a new change this year. The game officially comes out on the 19th September at midnight your local time. Okay. Now, for the first time ever, the game is releasing on PC almost 11 hours before. And the reason why it's 1 p.m. is because in New Zealand, so I'm in the UK, right? New Zealand is the earliest time and they're basically 11 hours ahead. So that is why the game is available on the 18th September at 1 p.m. So wherever you are in the world, for PC, the game is on 18th September at 1 p.m. You can basically preload the game now and you can literally play the game when it comes out on the 18th September. That's pretty much it. Very, very simple on PC. Before you have to change your time settings and all that, leave it. You have to change any of your settings. Okay, now the second way for Xbox is much easier. So I'm going to use this example from last year. So you can see this is FC25. But basically what you want to do is very, very simple. Is you want to change your time zone, okay? So you can see, for example, like here, I pre-ordered a game on Xbox. So what you want to do is you want to go to the top and you want to go to settings. When you're in settings, you then want to change your actual Xbox to New Zealand. So remember I said to you on the PC version, remember I explained to you on the PC version. So you can see over here, everyone can play from the 18th September. You don't have to do anything. But if we go over to the Xbox, now on the Xbox, you can only play it early if you make the game or the console think you're in New Zealand. Hence why it's called taking a flight to New Zealand, or the New Zealand glitch, because if you change your location, you trick the Xbox into thinking you're in New Zealand. So when you're in settings, what you want to do is very, very important, is you want to go ahead and you want to go into settings. Then once you're on there, you want to scroll down and you go to system and make sure by the way, your game is updated, by the way. And then you want to go to language and region. Okay. Now this is so important. Okay. Pay attention. Do not change it to the wrong thing. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to change your location to New Zealand. Now, if you want, what I normally do as well, even though it probably doesn't make that much of a difference, but I just have some worry just in case it does, I change my language region to New Zealand. And then I change my country to New Zealand as well. And what you're doing in this way is you're tricking the Xbox. So with the Xbox, when you change the time zone, if you try to play the game early, it won't load. But if you then click New Zealand and you restart your console, and then you try to play the game, the console thinks you're in New Zealand. So you can also play on the 18th September at 1 p.m. UK time. That's the earliest that you can play the game if you're using this method on Xbox. Okay, now for PlayStation. Now this is where it becomes a headache. There's probably a chance that most of you can't do this, but I thought I'll explain it anyway, okay? So we have this issue on PlayStation is you can't change your region. So you can try to artificially, if I go over here to settings, let's say I go to edit profile, languages, you can see you can just choose your primary language. Now I've tried absolutely everything. There is one way, is that you trick the PlayStation to be in New Zealand, but it's a bit more complicated. What that means is you have to effectively make a new account. So what that means is, let's say, I don't know, for some reason you're desperate to play on PlayStation. I don't know, let's say you're a content creator and let's say you didn't want to buy any other console, okay? Then what you would do is you would create a new user. You could even technically use I think the way someone did it was they used a VPN and then they created a new user. And then from there, they bought the game on the New Zealand store to get the New Zealand version. And then it was a whole entire mess. And then they game share. To be honest, it's such a palaver and sometimes it doesn't even work. I wouldn't even go through it. Now, this is my advice, okay? Now, if you're on Xbox, whoop-de-doo, you got the game, you can play at 1 p.m. Brilliant. If you are on PC, you can play the game brilliant. But what I'd recommend is if the game comes out, let's say you're at home on that day and let's say you have a PlayStation, but you want to play the game early, my best advice is just to get EA Play the early access. Now, what do I mean by that is go on Google and type in EA Play membership. Now, this is what I would do, okay? Basically, you can join EA Play. You can see join now, and there's the EA Play, and you can have one that's £5.99 a month. Okay, so what you can do is you can pay £5.99, £5.99, and then you get access to the library. You can also play 10 hours of selected games before the launch. Okay, so what you could technically do is, I'd probably be honest, if you want to play a bit longer, get the EA Play Pro. So if you really want to get ahead, let's say like, you know what, Neil, I just want to try the gameplay out. I just want to mess around or whatever. What you could do is buy EA Play Pro at 1 p.m. You can start playing the game with EA Play Pro, and then what you do after is then when the game comes out on console, you can just transfer over. That's for all the addicts out there that's probably going to be spending. I mean, I did the same, to be honest. I'm going to be spending all night on the game, but you can play from 1 p.m. and then you can literally wait until midnight, and then you can switch to your PlayStation. So at least you got maybe 11 hours, kind of get used to the gameplay. That way you can jump in straight into Rivals and do what you have to do. But that is the only way you can play the game early. It's kind of weird. I was shocked when they said that it's going to come early on PC. We never expected it, but it's confirmed. It's coming early. EA have confirmed this as well, for both Xbox, but everyone on PlayStation, unfortunately, are behind. Thankfully, I have all three consoles because it's my job. But otherwise, if you don't have it, don't stress. If you really want that $5.99, you can do the EA Play Pro. Just double check it yourself. I think it's the case, but just in case they change it this year. But normally, EA Play Pro, you can play the game for 10 hours for £5.99, and then normally just cancel it straight after. So that's a quick way to play the game early. And don't forget, if you want to get better at FC26, you can come join the Patreon series. We're going to have the squad builders. We're going to have 3 squad builders for every single league. So that's a cheap Premier League team, a mid-tier Premier League team, and the high Premier League teams. That way you can progressively build and upgrade your team. We've got every single league. We've got League One, Bundesliga, La Liga. We've got all the major leagues. And then we've also got like Liga F and some hybrids as well, and more coming very, very soon. We have the FC20. We also have the timeless fundamentals, the perfect time to do the timeless fundamentals. They work for every single FC. How to do passes, the basic things. That is probably one of the most important series that everyone skips, by the way. We've got the real life football examples, where we go through all the football examples and how these things can happen in FC26 and how you can avoid them. And then, of course, we do have as well the FC26 roles and tactics. That includes, of course, all the new roles and tactics that are in FC26. We explain to you how they work so you can get ahead of the game. And then, of course, the FC school as well. By the time you're watching this video, that's going to be starting now. And we're going to go straight into it as soon as the game gets released. Link is down below in the description. Don't forget, if you don't get bet after 1 month, we will refund your money. That's a no guys guarantee. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time.